Yo, welcome back, guys. We got the James Gunn announcement for the DCU plans for the future. We're going to watch this video. We're going to react. I'm going to let you know what I think. Before we jump into it, let me just first say that I am by no means an expert on the DCU. I absolutely love DC, and we do a lot of content on the channel related to DC, but I have not seen every single DC movie nor show. So I'm sure a lot of this stuff I probably won't know what it is, nor how it's going to be connected, but I'm still going to let you know what I am excited about and what I hope is going to be good, and let you know what the things that I'm not quite excited about is.
Hey everybody, I'm James
Okay, so
Gunn.
let's get this thing started.
I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation.
Gaming. Now, this is certainly interesting, especially since we just have been doing a lot of Gotham Knights content. For example, Tim Drake as Robin. A lot of people make comments in the videos connected to either Robin or Jason Todd Red Hood, and where the placement is at in the timeline compared to everything else. So this is certainly good news, I guess, having games, movies, and TV shows all connected. Now we have Suicide Squad coming up soon. How much of the Suicide Squad game is going to be connected to the movies or any of these announcements that we're getting ready to see?
Characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story.
Same
and
actors.
If something is outside of that,
in games
like
and
Matt
movies,
Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go,
Teen Titans Go,
labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity.
Elseworld.
Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year.
Okay,
First,
4.
we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU.
Mediumly
so
excited about
very
that.
Well, that moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie.
Can't wait for this.
I really love. That resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic.
Blue Beetle is one of my favorite all-time DC characters, by the way, along with Firestorm and a lot of the Titans. So I'm really excited for the Blue Beetle movie.
Fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So Peter and I
don't know about
with
Aquaman.
a group of very talented writers.
I mean, I like Jason Momoa, but
an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first
8 to 10 years
is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes.
First off, I don't really watch a whole lot of animated series, but I have absolutely no idea who any of these are. Where is this going to be located as well? Like, is this something in Gotham, or where is it going to be? Is it going to be in Metropolis? Certainly curious about that, but who are any of these people? Okay, it's an animation series. I probably won't end up watching it, but
I've written all the episodes.
It's interesting to start with
we're
that.
Gonna do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters.
I mean, I like the character designs. I think they look cool.
Animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver,
was
who
awesome.
created the Doom Patrol. It is
I like Doom Patrol too.
Story.
Waller is not really a character that I like. And being that the Suicide Squad game is coming up soon, I'm interested in this Suicide Squad game. How much of the Suicide Squad game, especially with like Brainiac and stuff, how much of that is going to be in the Waller show? That's going to be kind of interesting. All right. But I'm really not a fan of Waller as a character in itself. Not saying the show is going to be bad. I don't know. Maybe it will be good.
that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me.
Figured it'd be start there. I didn't know he was writing it, all of it, though.
And Superman will be released into theaters.
Who's going to play Superman?
July 11th, 2025.
I do want to mention as well, if there are some other pieces of information that I'm saying and acting like I do not know, it's probably because I don't know. I don't follow a lot of these guys and follow like Twitter and timelines and announcements and stuff. So a lot of this stuff, if I do say, just please let me know in the comments and correct me and stuff. But either way, you know, certainly curious who's going to be playing Superman, you know.
Called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth.
I like that.
They discover a terrifying mystery that
True
ties
Detective
into
was
our
awesome.
larger story of the DCU.
Now, okay, I don't even know what this is, but going back to the Green Lantern thing, I do like a lot of the DC shows on HBO Max. I know some people don't, but I personally do. And if he says it's like True Detective, I think that I'm certainly going to like that because I loved True Detective and I like that sort of stuff. And I'm definitely a huge Lantern fan. And looking at this, I'm spoiling it for myself. It says The Authority film. Almost looking like Silver Surfer over here.
Next is a big movie called The Authority.
Archangel.
The Authority is a passion project of
mine. As a girl?
It's based on the Marvelous Wildstorm characters. We are now bringing
Marvelous
into the DCU
Wildstorm.
with
I don't
all
know
of
what
our
this is.
primary DCU
Yo, I like the Great Britain flag over there.
The Authority are a group of superheroes who
Bubble on the head.
The world is broken and they want to fix it by any
Black
means
Bolt down
necessary.
there?
I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
Who are these people?
We're doing a television series called
I will have to say, though, even though I have no idea who any of those characters are, I do like the idea of bringing in new things. Now, that might not be necessarily anybody else's cup of tea, but I personally like the idea of bringing in new things. But being that I have absolutely no idea who any of those characters are, and if it's completely made up or not, a lot of the characters look like other characters too. So be interested to see how that goes and that works out.
Lost.
But I can get excited about that.
Paradise Island, usually known as
Wonder Woman,
which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island.
Wow.
The introduction of the DCU's...
Did he say Game of Thrones on Themyscira with a that actually could be really, really good. A whole television series based on Themyscira and the story before Wonder Woman comes. Bro, that actually looks that actually is getting me excited right there.
Batman is the brave and the bold. The
Okay.
Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic
Damian
book run.
Wayne.
Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's
Okay.
a little
That's probably why he's
assassin who
Robin then.
Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat.
Okay. The beginning. He mentions the beginning. Now, if it's the beginning, Damian Wayne's like the 16th Robin at this point, right? I mean, even though they gone through all of the male Robins, there were female Robins that were also around as well, right? One of them being in the new Gotham Knights TV show coming on the WB. Forgot her name, but the one on the WB TV show Gotham Knights, she was Robin. Stephanie Brown was also Robin, right? And then, of course, the normal regular Robins. Dick Grayson. I personally like Dick Grayson as Nightwing, so I would certainly rather either Jason Todd or Damian Wayne in there. But point being is, when he said beginning, and he mentions Damian Wayne, that's not quite the beginning, bro.
family in the DCU. Next up is a
Like to
TV
see
series
Oh, Booster
called
Gold.
Booster Gold. Booster
Yo.
Gold is one of comics' really popular
Yo,
cult
he
heroes.
cool, man.
He's a fascinating guy.
He cool.
He's a loser from the future.
Yo,
who
that's
uses
harsh.
future technology.
Is he a
to
loser?
come back to
I don't remember
present
him
day
being a
and become
loser.
a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the
Booster Gold's
superhero
cool,
story
man.
of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my
that
favorite comic book
smile.
series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big
Never saw that, by the way.
science fiction epic film. Now, Superman
Whoa.
is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised
She looks
on a
miserable.
chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings
I'm clicking way too late, but I'm seeing Swamp Thing right there, and that's actually getting me really hyped right now. But talking about the Supergirl thing, I like that story that he just said. I didn't see the story basis, the television show or the movie or whatever that he was talking about before. But seeing Supergirl kind of, you know, a little bit jaded, as he says, I kind of like that idea. And I'm really excited about the Supergirl thing. Not as excited about Swamp Thing, though, because Swamp Thing is amazing. I love Swamp Thing.
brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about.
Film,
a
too.
very dark horror story in the origins.
That's gonna be
of
good.
The monster who is Swamp Thing.
Yes.
And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can.
He said Swamp Thing is outside of the DC. What do you mean? He's outside of the DC, but it feeds in. So the Swamp Thing movie is only going to be Swamp Thing, and nobody else is in it, but it's outside of the DC, and whatever he's involved with in the movie is going to be related to the whole DCU. I'm really excited about the movie though, because I love Swamp Thing.
can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC
Okay.
characters since I was a child.
Me too.
They're incredibly important to me.
Me too.
I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things
Don't
that's
F it
very
up, bro.
important for me in all of these movies and TV series
Yeah.
is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special.
Well,
Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us.
There we go.
And I want to be true to those
That's
stories.
true.
I want to be true to you guys
Yeah.
and really give you something.
I definitely
different
rather
than
have
others.
a better story
Anyway, thank you,
and
everybody.
you know,
I appreciate
worse
you
everything
watching.
else
I hope this
than
was
anything.
exciting for you because it's really exciting
Yeah.
for me, and I
That's-
can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys.
Me too.
On this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Okay, real quick, we're going to rank these from what I'm least excited about to what I am most excited about and talk about each one. Very least thing I'm excited about is the Amanda Waller thing, live action TV series with Peacemaker. I don't really like her character to even begin with. Peacemaker was a pretty good, really good TV show, so I really like that. I mean, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see how everything ties in with the Suicide Squad and the game coming out, but certainly not anything that I'm excited about. And then probably the next thing that I'm least excited about, at least more excited than the Waller, is the Creature Commandos. And probably the biggest reason is I'm just don't watch a whole lot of animated series. Now, I do watch or have watched Teen Titans Go, and I really did like that one. But I don't know who any of these characters are. I mean, it might be a good series, but as of right now, I mean, I can't get excited about something that I have absolutely no idea who any of these people are, nor do I watch a whole lot of animation. Now, I think all the rest of them I am certainly excited about, but the one that I'm probably least most excited about is probably going to be Booster Gold, the TV live action series. Now, it's a little bit more challenging to arrange the next couple, but Booster Gold is a character that I do really like and have always liked in the DC universe, but I don't really know a whole lot about him. So how the television series is going to play out, and I don't know why, just looking at this just reminds me of Batwoman or whatever. And we all know how that TV series turned out. But I hope, obviously, that there's going to be more for this one, and certainly interested to see what happens. And then we got The Authority, the film. And like I said earlier, I do like the idea of implementing new characters in the DCU. But I mean, obviously, that leaves a bunch of questions on who are these people? How are they going to be tied into everything? And just like with all the other ones that we don't know about, where is this even going to take place at? So that's certainly interesting. I mean, I like the image that we have here, and it seems like, at least as far as the film goes, if it's done right, it could be really exciting, super action-packed. But how are the characters themselves? How are we gonna, be tied, invested into these characters? And, will we be able to see them and love them right when they come out? But I'm still excited about it for sure. Don't really know if there's a Superman movie that I didn't really like. I mean, I've liked pretty much every single one of them. And Superman Legacy, where he claims it's all gonna begin. Really interested in who's gonna play Superman. That's definitely another question. So excited about this for sure, but a little bit worried. Which then brings me to Batman, the Brave and the Bold, being worried anyway. And when he started to say it's the beginning and how Damian Wayne is Robin. Now, I am a little worried about this storyline and how it's going to tie into everything when it is the beginning. How are they going to do that? They're going to bring in a lot of the Bat family as well. So I'm excited about that part. And I love all the Batman movies. I do like Damian Wayne, no doubt. But just the way he presented it, I guess, just has me a little bit concerned about the story itself. And then we got The Lanterns, Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, TV live action, HBO Max. And being that it's like True Detective, at least that's what he said it was like True Detective. I'm really excited to see this. So this should be good. And then we got Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, the film. Again, like I said earlier, I don't know exactly what show or movie that he was referencing when he said, when he was talking about Supergirl being a little jaded, but I really, really like that idea and really cannot wait for this. I like this whole image that he is putting together right here with, her being beaten up and bloodied, and just the fact that he says a little bit jaded. I'm excited to see what this brings. I think this is going to be really good. And then I think number 2, we're going to go with Swamp Thing, the film. As I am doing this and we are talking about it, I am getting a little bit more concerned about it. Just being what he said about how Swamp Thing is outside of DC and the story is going to be what ties it into the rest of the DCU. So I am a little bit concerned about that, but just because of the fact that I absolutely love Swamp Thing, I think we got to go with number 2 on this one. And then number 1, the thing that I am most excited about as of at least making this video and reacting to what he said. Obviously, I didn't have a lot of time to think about this, being that I just watched it and then put together the list on first reaction, not by any other means. We're going to go with Paradise Lost, the TV live action show, being that what he said, it was kind of like Game of Thrones, and it's going to be, at Themyscira before Wonder Woman. I am absolutely really excited to learn more about the story, how they got up to the point of Wonder Woman, and then what's going to happen and who or what is going to happen with Wonder Woman after this. So at least as of right now, I am certainly probably most excited for this Paradise Lost TV action series. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about everything that we learned today, and what are you most excited about? Give me your list in order, what you think is the least exciting or the most exciting all the way to the top. Certainly interested in what y'all have to say, but either way, I thought this was awesome. A lot of good information. I'm going to be interested to see what other information comes out. He says this wasn't everything that we're going to, be learning about. There's more things in this Gods and Monsters Part 1. So we'll just have to wait and see when that stuff comes out or information comes out on that. But either way, I'll see y'all next time. We're out. Peace.